Hello everybody and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII. I am Rufal, playing this game for you. Woo! I'll have to admit I was hoping for this encounter to come a little bit later. Mainly when I was on the beach. But since we're here we can show off Kid Sid's initial limit break. Which is to throw some dice. And do damage. Damage done is actually calculated by the dice. It's the total of the dice multiplied by however many matching dice there were. Yeah, that can scale up pretty quickly, and the only drawback it has is that it is a single target thing. Let's actually get out of the car to avoid annoying noises, because we want to encounter something here on the beach. Maybe these guys specifically. But we're going to have to manipulate them to get what we need from them. Fortunately, Kid Sid doesn't seem to be the greatest at this, and I don't know what stat increases the chance of this working. Ah, there it goes. We have manipulated the beach plug. And thus, we can teach our group the big guard. Teach our enemy skills the big guard. Having done that, we murder it violently. Aha! Now what the big guard skill does is it casts magic barrier. It casts barrier, magic barrier, and haste on everybody in the party. But the only way to get it is to manipulate the enemy and force them to use it. On our quest for more enemy skills, we need to go back to the Junin/Fort Condor area. We also need to head back to Fort Condor because there's a fight we need to deal with. But getting back there is just a matter of bribing this guy and he'll let us stow away. Why we can't just buy a ticket, I don't know. Especially since, we had also brought a significant piece of cargo with us, namely our buggy. But the guards around here don't seem to care that we were stowing away, or that we might potentially stow away again. As long as we'll do our part on the ship, who cares, right? Not much has changed here in Junin, but fortunately, we don't have to actually walk through it. We'll just call in the taxi. And head outside Junin. Hooray! This goes much faster than the sequence of crossing the sea did, which I cut out. Just like that, not only are we outside, but we're in our buggy. Hooray! So, let's head this way, towards the forest where, well, I did a bunch of grinding. But we're just gonna cross the river over here. Woo! And have a run-in with one of the things that we need to manipulate for more enemy skills. That was convenient, but we want to hopefully actually manipulate the thing before it casts its lightning bolt spell. Otherwise, I'll have to feed it an ether before it can actually use the skill I want. Fortunately, this particular skill it's using doesn't use any of its MP. Yay! It has been manipulated. And now learn the White Wind. Much like Big Guard, the only way to get this is to manipulate the enemy. Yay! This reminds me. Did I bother to equip the Ramu? Yeah, I did. Okay. I'd actually get back to crossing the river and heading towards this cave over here. Hello, sir! Ah, he woke up immediately. Excellent. Sometimes when you talk to this guy, he says how many times you've engaged in combat. The trick that we want to achieve. See if I can get him to actually tell me these things, which he won't. But you know, the thing we want to actually achieve is for the ones and tens digits of whatever number of the number of times we've been in combat. If those match, he will give us an item. But I don't think he'll give us another item so long as we have said item, namely that mithril. We can't do anything with that mithril just yet, but it will come in quite handy later. Out of the way, punks. I have a fight at Fort Condor that needs seeing to. Helps remember, we always get out of the buggy on the what is to Americans the driver's side. Hey there, you! Just in time. All right, let's do this. It's like round 30. Be careful, we'll be in trouble. Make sure to deploy the fire catapults. No, we'll just stick with the bum rush strategy. Yay! As they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yes. Of course, this time I used all 15, unlike before when I used 11, but, you know. It gets just that slight bit more involved. No matter. For our efforts, we get a mega elixir and can now be on our way. Ha! That's the next thing I'm gonna do. Is I'm going to go back to the mithril caves in order to get that flamethrower onto my newest enemy skill, and then go beat up the Midgar Zolom in order to pick up the beta skill, because now is the typical time when you would go to get that, seeing as how we have an accessory which will make someone immune to fire. As for Chocobuckle level 4 suicide, I think those will wait for later. Oh, that was easy. It's always nice when the enemy cooperates. Alright. Switch Yuffie out for Red because he's the one I gave the fire ring to. And we can just do that. Aha. So you have Elemental. Switch that for a Freet. I'll undo that. Oh! I pulled a bonehead. See what? I was wondering why I didn't see the notification that I had learned the new skill. See, when you're equipped with an enemy skill that already has the skill you're looking for, the new enemy skill can't receive it. Whoops. That was a fanciful way of showing off that little detail. Alright, you're immune to fire. And so are you. Right. Now let's do this proper. Hey, you. Oh, there you are. Thus, now if we can help it, we want to make sure Cloud gets the punch. Chiefly because he just doesn't have the summons materials. That might get red the punt. No, it didn't. Excellent. Alright, off with Cloud. Put on. Ah, there we go. Aha! Ow! Incidentally, I'd mentioned that I'm going to go get the level 4 suicide in a Chocobuckle later. The Chocobuckle, I mentioned before, it specifically does damage equal to the number of times you've run away, and at some point I've run away. Now this is either to give, in order to give 1 point, in order to make it so the Chocobuckle will do 1 point instead of 0 points, or it's from when I showed off the Midgar Zone the first time and it clobbered me. Hard to say what's up. Come along, little guy. Regardless, we need to manipulate this bugger and get him to use his abilities on the right person. That'll do. But now that we've taken care of all that, time to get back to the Coastal Soul area. 1 moment. Well, I suppose it would be prudent of me to actually show going the other way. Because you actually have 2 options. First, you can talk to this guy over here and bribe him to let you on the elevator for a cheap rate of 10 gil. Yeah, I am a cheapskate. Mostly because I have a better way. It's faster, too. Just to come down here to the beach. Come out to the water, and then press the square, and call Mr. Dolphin. And Mr. Dolphin will take us to the boat, just like he did for everyone but Cloud earlier. Hooray! How exactly that gets our buggy on board the ship, we will never know. But this is one of those times where it's best to just not think about it. Regardless, it's time for us to go across the desert. Or at least to the area past the gold saucer. So with the buggy, we can just go straight through the desert. And yes, we can also run into harpies in the desert, so we don't have to try and find them with the chocobo. You manipulate this thing? You can, but you failed to do it that time. You can tell because the couldn't manipulate a message comes every time, but if a mist pops up, then the creature can be manipulated. So that's how you can tell. No matter. Want to head south. Most importantly, to these wooded areas or jungles. Ah, things! Things that aren't of particular importance to us. There is another enemy skill around here, but it is in the jungles. Speaking of, do I have both of my enemy skills equipped? Yes. Hooray! So, let's see if we can actually get an encounter with what we're looking for. And there they are! Those little frogs over there. Frog jab, sadly, is not the ability we're looking for. Or is that? That could prove cumbersome. Nope! Right. Where is a soft? So now we need to wait for this guy to use the frog song and hope that he uses it on Can't Sip. And he's gonna use it on Cloud. Right. Now, can you follow that up with a song? Yay! Take that, punk! There shall be much slapping! Away with you! Yay! There's a lot of AP from those guys. But no matter. Wish to investigate this thing. Come over here to the south and park it. Oh yes, let's also bring some particular people along for the ride. Said people, of course, would be our lovely ladies. And you can have this set. Excellent. Now, the reason for bringing the ladies along is because that will allow for more story. But someone here. Someone distinctly familiar. Talking about women. Hell, Rude is a fan of Tifa. No, Lena likes Sang. Sang is a fan of Eris. Guy talk, Cloud. It's no wonder Elena wouldn't understand it. But then again, perhaps she could recognize her objective instead. I'll do my job. Right. Yeah, it has been a while. Now, we could act stupid, but they'll just kind of play along. Instead, we'll act tough. Out of my way. Either way, you end up fighting them, so it really doesn't matter. Have this, punks! Let's actually let Cloud go first. Blow away in the wind! And then come back because it is funny. Yeah, it would do a lot more damage with the meteor rain, but I actually wanted to show off targets coming back. Take that, punk! Still victorious! Let's zap you out. Rude checks his watch and he's off. Right. Woo! We get a fairy tale. And a bunch of suspicion. It's almost as if they knew we were coming. There weren't any signs of them following us, so that would mean someone's a spy. Well, let's think about this logically. Who in this group could potentially be a spy? Tifa, Eris, and Barret are kind of right out. Out in that regard, because two of them are Avalanche, and then Eris is their primary research specimen. So is Red 13 for that matter. And Cloud, if he's a spy, that would be a major plot twist, wouldn't it? But that leaves Yuffie and Cat Sith, two who we don't know as well. We'll leave you to sort that out. In the meantime, I'm going to head this way, and I will suddenly and spontaneously remember that I have that new fairy tale to play with. Oh well. We'll get back to that. You machine or animal? You are animal. Kind of disturbing, really. But the fairy tale, it's a weapon for Eris, with a lot of slots on it, but it is a normal growth weapon. So we'll stick with my double growth since she has all of my summons materia in there. The summons need a lot of AP to level up. Let's investigate this reactor. That's, blown completely up. Yeesh. Oh dear. Hide. Well, it's blown up. Well, fair enough. Because it exploded. Big, large, huge materia. The head of the science team out of the picture. Science doesn't get much money. But yes, even if they make the perfect weapon, could they get Heidegger to use it? Therein lies the joke. Good question, Cloud. But now that they're gone, let's have a look at this materia she wasn't interested in. That seems kind of useful. Boy, she's picky. Oh, whatever. We shall take the Titan for ourselves. And investigate this area a little further. Aha! Tanks, but no tanks. Here, show us off our new dude. Up. The aggravating thing about a lot of the summons is that they don't do that much damage for their magic cost. Not that I really had a good look at how much Titan costs to cast. Maybe it is comparable to Bio 2. Let's actually have a look. Let's see. Bio 2 is 36 MP. Titan is 46. I guess it's comparable. Especially since that Bio 2 is a single target. Well, suppose lose a lot of their power guy going multiple target. Let's take this Death Blow materia. And then head up this way. Death Blow is, well, essentially it's land a critical hit or miss your target. Although it can get its own critical hits. Oh, that's the unfortunate truth. 3 years ago this reactor exploded, so clearly this wasn't the explosion that got Corel burned to the ground, since that was 4 years ago. Oh, probably not. But there's the reactor. We can see it from here. And if we poke around, we can actually let people tell us stories. Put it to outlaw the use of the energy and live with nature. You got anything else to see? Say, right. Well, let's do a little bit of shopping, or rather a little bit of selling. I don't know why I'm still holding on to these. Let's see, you don't need those. Not gonna need that. that. Don't need that either. Not gonna use those. I need to equip that. There's always something. But, in selling materia, the formula is pretty basic. If the materia isn't mastered, it sells for however much AP it's worth. Or however much AP it has. Have a better transform, so I don't need that. These I'm a little on the fence about. You should notice that an all materia sells for a heck of a lot. And then there's also the materia like the enemy skills. It is solely worth 1 AP no matter what. Yeah, if you have a materia that fits that description, it's probably important in some way. That's why long range and the Chocobo Lure also fit that description. And so do all of the summon materia. Despite them technically being the most valuable ones we've got. Oh well. Let's come in here and say hi to some people. Zach? Haven't heard from him in 10 years? Lot to think about that. Seems like the girls know of this, Zach. Well, let's see if we can find out what's up. Hey, Tifa. Do you know him? Really? Alright, I won't push. A lot of people did that, you know. Whichever option you choose doesn't make much of a difference. So I'll actually state the point that we worked for it. Sure thing, Tifa. What about you, Eris? So you know who he is? Oh, well, you didn't give me a name. Strangely, Cloud has no memory of this fellow. Gone missing? Went out on a job 5 years ago and never came back. Now, if you're actually jealous or envious, you score more points with Eris. But, we'll actually lament the loss of the guy. Oh well. Let's see what else this place has to offer. That sounds like the Shinra, alright. Anything else to say? Nope. What do you have to buy? Stop. What else we got around here? Over here, I believe, is the inn. Yes. Hello, sir. Talk to me. Any idea what blew it up? Fine, we'll take this and be on our way. There's one more guy left for us to talk to. Hello, sir. Just gonna loot your house. You okay with that? Great. The white megaphone. Yeah, those reactors will do that, especially if they blow up. But, I think that's been more than enough for now. Next time, well, we'll progress further. We'll see you then. Later.